I have free time, which is not often. So,
right.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't cook.
yeah.
I remember when my friend was a real estate agent in Manhattan, we would go look around at stuff and there would be blankets stored in the oven because it's never been touched. No.
I was going to say when I lived in Manhattan, because delivery, food is so easy to get on the run. And honestly, it's easier to do that. And I lived in an era when there wasn't Instacart and DoorDash and everything else. You would just go and pick up your Chinese food meal, which they give you $5. And it was like a rice, your protein, and then an egg roll plus a drink for $5.
Wow.
So why would I buy groceries?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So are we learning anything by everybody being angry constantly and hitting each other and blah, blah? 45 years, Kath and I have been together. She hasn't punched me and I haven't punched her. I don't know how it happened.
Not that I haven't
Maybe you should
wanted
give it a
to,
try.
but I
Not
never.
that, yeah, true. Not that
See
you
what
didn't
happens.
want
See
to.
what happens.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I see again. I was raised by my mother and my older sister Vicky, and it just, no, we just didn't even think of that kind of. My dad was nuts, so he beat the hell out of me once in a while. I don't know what I ever did to him. I was not his favorite.
Well, he
Oh,
was
he was
crazy, so
insane,
you really
yeah.
can't assign.
Right.
There's no justification
Yeah.
or reasoning for any of it.
Mm-mm.
But I'm looking at the paper today, and all it's about is guys telling their wives they're not doing enough work around the house. There's like 4 of those stories now internationally this morning.
Well, I'm going to tell you, CNN focused on, I want to say his name is David Wilson, who runs a very Christian right nationalist church. So that is probably where a lot of those headlines are coming. And the women submit to the men, and they're the ones pushing let's get rid of the 19th Amendment so women cannot vote any longer. And that the male, the head of the household, votes.
What?
Oh, I saw. Yes.
It went viral this weekend. It's very upsetting because they're saying that women are just vessels and that it doesn't take any talent to reproduce.
I saw that. I was like,
God.
yeah. They're like, it doesn't take any work or talent to just
I don't know
grow
if
a
talent
baby.
is the right word.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
And you want to hear the weirdness of all of this? Their headquarters are in Moscow, Idaho, where the Brian Kohberger horrific murder was. And people have been trying to figure out if there was any tie between Brian Kohberger, because his was kind of an act of misogyny, killing the women from the University of Idaho and the church.
oh yeah.
God, that's so odd. So when did this? So this is all a religious thing?
Yes, this particular interview, and I suggest people watch it just to kind of get an idea of what was said, because it is very upsetting to me as a woman. It's about a 6-minute segment in total. I actually just sent it to Bill about 10 minutes ago because I was like, you need to watch this. This is insane. But they have the ear of Pete Hegseth, and Pete Hegseth co-signed on his personal Twitter account saying, basically under his eye or whatever, in Christ or whatever he said on Twitter, on his personal account, not on his official government account.
Yeah.
But he is a member of David Wilson's church. So
Dan and I this weekend were going to go get pastries, and like one of those walking pathways over the freeway, there were 3 women dressed like women from The Handmaid's Tale, just standing there looking down at everybody.
Well, Chris and I will tell you this. I've dealt in person with Pete Hegseth 3 times. One of the most arrogant human beings I have ever met. I mean, he is way over the top arrogant. I don't know what that's from. And what is he again? The Secretary of Defense or something? Or what is he?
correct. That is correct.
Okay, so basically because he was in the Marine Corps or something?
He was, and then he was a Fox News personality for a long time. So
Yeah, he was on that there a long time.
yeah.
But he actually came in the studio back when I was at KQ over in
Golden Valley.
No, it wasn't Golden Valley. It was over by the university.
Okay.
But he came in there a couple of times.
Southeast Elm
And
Street.
it's one of those deals. The first time I met him, he was very, very friendly. Second time, not quite as friendly. And the third time I met him was all about him. That's just how those people are, not just him.
He got a little fame under his belt, did he?
Yeah.
Yep.
That
The
happens.
arrogance was unbelievable. I don't know. I got to be honest with you. There's a couple of them, but politicians are just not my kind of people. They just aren't.
No, I don't think any politician, and I say that as a full blanket statement because they're not going to help any of us. Doesn't matter
No.
the party; they're not helping any of us as a nation.
What I'll say, another big story all last week was, I wasn't on here all that much last week. Gavin Newsom's wife was taking a bunch of NGO money for her charities, and everybody's all upset about this because it seemed inappropriate.
I didn't
What-
even hear about that, to be honest. The only thing
Didn't?
I've heard about Newsom was his own wanting to redistrict, similar to what
Oh,
Illinois
yeah.
is looking at and Texas is looking at. That's been the big story here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess his wife runs some sort of charitable thing, and she's been getting government money, lots of government money, and paying herself a really nice salary, which I just don't think that stuff should be allowed.
No, and I feel like a lot of charities are like that. They're used as
Mhm.
covers for other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't understand why. It seems to me, and I've asked a lot of people, and they agree with me, that the world is getting meaner by the day. People are so mean right now. What is that all about?
People are upset. People are upset that I just think people are angry. People are angry that grocery prices are up and gas prices are up. And, yes, in terms of like bringing manufacturing back to the US is great in theory, but right now that dollar is being passed on to the consumer that isn't being paid enough to just live for the basics. So corporations aren't paying enough to people. And I think that people are just angry in general.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of it is from the younger generation. I would say 30 and under.
Well, they're not going to have the same life experiences that their grandparents do, who are maybe boomers or Gen X.
Mhm.
I think like millennials or younger Gen X all the way on down just have a very different economic experience. And I was thinking about this last night, like where I grew up, everyone had two homes. You had your like summer cottage and your like regular home. And oftentimes these were passed down from generation to generation because it was affordable to maintain two houses. And I don't think that exists as much as it used to.
Now in Minnesota, it's always been the cabin. Everybody.
Yeah. You have
I mean,
a cabin, you have a cottage. Yeah, that type of thing that it's been around in the family.
Nobody had a cabin. Like nobody had a cabin.
Well, North Minneapolis, not a lot of cabin going on.
And we were
Yeah.
very middle
Take the
class,
boat
but
out.
people did not have cabins in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Everybody was working, everybody had a house, everybody had two cars and all that stuff, but they did not have cabins.
Yeah, New England, very common to have like a cottage at the
Oh,
beach.
yeah.
And now, like if you had sold the cottage, let's just say you sold it 15 years ago, now it's worth millions, even
Oh,
like
yeah.
beach adjacent.
Really? Jeez.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I just don't understand. Look, Kath and I go out to dinner, just the two of us, and it's somewhere between $160 and $200, and without ordering tons of liquor or any of that stuff.
Right.
I mean, we are all paying the price for what's happening here. There's no
And
question.
sometimes the food's pretty mediocre. I mean, there's still the good restaurants that,
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
know and love and go to. But sometimes if you try a new restaurant, you're like, I just paid $200 and it was okay. Like okay food for $200.
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing that I've always wondered, because I've been both, I grew up a Democrat and I tried to be a Republican for a while. Now I didn't even vote in the last election and I have no party or whatever. It's not that I dislike either party or like one party more than the other. It's just gotten so important where if you don't agree with me politically, I hate you. What is that? We've had different lives.
Well,
We don't all grow up the same.
in my opinion, it's all because of social media. Like take Canada right now.
Yeah.
So right now, there are people complaining that they just got a $28,000 fine for hiking in Canada. 28,000, not $100, not a $50 ticket, but a $28,000 fine for hiking. He said, "I don't smoke. I wasn't going to start a campfire. I just was going to hike like I always hike. They could go through all my stuff and not find one match." But there's so many Canadian wildfires and I guess there's been plenty of them set by arsonists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
That
we have
happens in
to
California.
ban hiking, but the solution is to ban hiking. So, okay. So what is the solution? Ban hiking?
Yeah,
Half the
I
people are
know.
going to say yes.
Mhm.
And half the people are going to go, no, our tax dollars go to have national forests and I
Right.
should have a right to hike. You know, it shouldn't be assumed that I'm an arsonist. So
Right.
you've got both sides, you know, and they're just rah, 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 at each other. But $28,000 fine is
It's
just a little,
extreme. That's extreme.
don't you think? Yeah, they don't want people fishing. They don't want people hiking. I can understand maybe banning camping if it's dry up there and there's a high
Yeah.
risk of fire because people will always have a campfire.
Yeah. I mean, our hiking is open and we have risk of fire, of course, right now because we're in full fire season. But some of the trails are still closed from the fire that happened in January. So
Uh,
that I understand. It's like if certain trails are closed, I get it. They still need cleanup and, things need to happen. But in general, hiking's open in California.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. So you get on social media, and you got all the people that are pro nobody ever hiking again in a forest because of
Right.
the possibility of
Right.
forest fires. Although most forest fires are from lightning,
Mhm. That is
mean,
true.
but a lot of them. But I don't know. There was a statistic. I can't remember what it was, but I would say about an eighth of them are campfire related or something.
Yeah, well, in California, the Eaton fire, which was the one that happened in Altadena in January, that one is from an old transformer that PG&E, which is one of our energy companies here, did not remove. And it torched that
Oh, yeah.
entire area. They have a huge lawsuit coming their way. That is
Boy.
going to be massive.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of interesting though. Just 2 days ago, it was Saturday. 2 days ago, I was at the grocery store just down the road here, about a mile and a half, and I was waiting in line behind this guy, and he and I just started talking, and then a little bit, and then about halfway, and he goes, "Could I ask you a question?" I said, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "Are you Tom Bernard?" And I said, "Yeah." So we talked. He goes, "Oh God, I loved your show, and I'm listening to the podcast now, and I just." We really enjoy it. You don't take these extreme positions and you don't, beat on somebody because of their political views or any of that stuff. Said, I just really, really love the show. And I got to listen to the podcast more often, whatever. And he would have this little, I don't know what it was one can of something. I said, can I see that? And he gives it to me. I said, just put this on my bill, will you? And the guy said, what are you doing? I said, well, you support me all these years. I could maybe buy you one thing. I don't think it's that big a deal. And the guy teared up. It was so sweet.
I get like that whenever anybody's nice to me.
I know.
Because it's so infrequent these days, isn't it?
He was such a sweet man. And his name was Troy, just like my younger brother. Troy,
That's nice.
honest to God, Troy's a listener. So Troy, if you're listening, I can't tell you what an honor that was to be around you, a guy that cares that much. I just love that.
But isn't that amazing, though, that really tiny gestures move us to tears these days? I was just going to say, I was laughing because when I was leaving Boston after all of my, family drama and everything, and I was on the phone with my mom and I was crying in the United Club, but a guy came over and handed me like those cocktail napkins. And that made me cry even more because it was so sweet. And I thought I was crying quietly and obviously I wasn't. But I went and found him after and I just was like, thank you so much. I've just had like a really rocky 15 months. And, your United Club cocktail napkins that you handed just were really touching and appreciated. And it's so stupid, but it was so it was the biggest act of love I needed in that moment.
Yep.
Whenever I'm going to get into tears, don't be nice to me. It'll make it worse.
Don't want to be talked to.
And I know you've only got about 2-3 minutes, Kristen, but I do need to try to figure out, because it's gotten to the point with me, like I said, I grew up a Democrat, and I tried the Republican Party for a while, and I don't hate either one of them. They're just not for me because they're too extreme. And maybe I don't think it's just in Minnesota, but maybe it is. But these extreme political positions on both sides, we are not the same. Why are you mad at me? Because I don't think the way you do. We didn't live the same lives. We don't have the same background. I just don't understand why people get angry because you think the wrong thing about something.
I think that we're now at the two-party system's not working. We all know this. This is not new news that I'm not giving anyone something that they don't already know, but we hire essentially these politicians to represent us
Yeah.
for the greater good of our community. And that's not happening because they're too busy fighting each other. And I'm like, you get to go to Congress with like a really nice benefits package and a really nice salary, and nothing is getting done. Nothing.
No.
And that to me is the most frustrating, because I'm like, what happened to we the people?
I know. I just, but do you think we'll ever get over this? Well, you're a Democrat, I hate you. You're a Republican, I hate you. It's like, it's just so idiotic. My God.
I think we're watching the system fall apart. And I think that we need, I don't know what the new system is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that solution is, but people on both sides are super frustrated. So I'm interested to see how this all plays out.
Well, I just had a personal experience because I was watching TV one day, and they're running through the top 15 cities, or excuse me, 15 states that are coming apart at the seams. They're not doing a good job, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm watching it. And number 6 or 5 was Minnesota. They said Minnesota's coming apart at the seams because of this, that, and the other thing, and blah, blah, blah. So I texted about that, or I posted on X about that. And it went on for about 2 weeks because people said, oh, he's lying. He never saw something like that. He's just making it up. So I went back and searched it and it was on the YouTube channel. They do things like that all the time, rate the top 5 or the bottom 5 or whatever. YouTube does that all the time, I guess. I don't know. I have not watched the YouTube channel up until about a month ago. I find it kind of interesting. It's, whatever. But the post yesterday, finally, you have to understand something. It probably never happened because, Bernard's just another one of those guys that lies just to grab attention, blah, blah, blah. So I posted on there. It wasn't a lie. I saw it. It was on YouTube. I don't know if they're any worse off than any of the national news channels. They're going to tell you what they want you to think, right? I mean, is that not true?
Well, yeah, YouTube is individual. Any individual can
No,
make a
say-
YouTube.
Right.
YouTube's
I
just
could-
like social media. Like
Yeah.
anybody
We're
can
actually
post.
on YouTube right now.
We are.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
I mean, literally, we're on
Spouting
YouTube
our
Live right now.
BS.
Yeah.
It's finding our BS, exactly.
Just like everybody.
If any listeners out there want to join the YouTube live test, go to our site, go to the chat room, and there's a link to the live stream on there right now.
So my last comment on that is, why did 5 people out of the 500 that responded to it absolutely insist that I was a liar and I made it up just to cause political upheaval? Why?
They need because you need to provide the link, and then it has to be like a really credible source. And I think that is where if you didn't provide the link to the actual channel, people get
Why?
freaked out.
Why can't they just believe me that I said they thought that I
because
lied?
you could have read something. Somebody posted something on Twitter, and it was someone's just like personal opinion, and you're like, oh, I read this, and they decided that it's so. It's just like
No,
Well,
I said I saw it on television.
And truth be
Yeah,
told,
but-
if you only got 5 negative comments, that's actually pretty good, because
That
even
is
if you
good.
post evidence
God.
galore, you're still going to have 5 people that have cognitive dissonance and won't believe what's happening in
They
front of
just
their
won't.
eyes.
Yeah,
Or
it's
no
true.
reading comprehension. It's the reading comprehension in this world, and critical thinking is worrisome.
Yeah, a lot of times people do provide the link and the entire story, but people just comment on the headline and they go at each other constantly. That's just social media. You can't take that personally that you got 5 negative comments.
Does YouTube have any less credibility than any of these news channels? They lie constantly.
It's true.
well,
That
but
is
it's not YouTube.
But yeah, YouTube
It's
isn't like an
just-
outlet.
Yeah,
Who you're
it's some
It's
listening
the
random-
channel that you are sourcing on YouTube. So that is where you have to look. And
But
know.
I mean, they just rated it like other people do. I don't know that you think they
But
just.
I could do it. I could literally say, I think that Minnesota's terrible because I think it's too cold, and then be like,
Yeah,
it's the
there's
worst
some-
state falling apart.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. And I could literally put it under like a media company headline as the channel. So you have to really, like, if it was based off of a study that, said we took these 10 categories into account, education and health and crime, all of that, then you could actually go, this was based off of a study, and then this
Yeah.
channel made it into a video.
But I mean, I know you got to go, so I'll wrap it up with this. I've seen every big news channel lie on their news shows. There's no question about that. So this, in this instance, I don't know who put the list together, but Minnesota's number 6 or 5 in trouble, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why they would post that, but there were people that were absolutely convinced that I made it all up and I was lying. Why would I do that?
Well, I know that we looked up a couple of the surveys and Minnesota wasn't on the list of like worst states right now.
Right.
So I think we just have to sit there and go to a valid study. If one of the real estate companies is doing it or something like that, I guess that's.
Yeah, because it can't be just any news channel because they lie constantly.
Right. And it would have to be a report based off of, again, a study or something of like, here are the rankings of the top, 5 growing cities that people should move to. They do those, every single year.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for spending more time with us. I'm sorry we kept you so late.
It's fine. It's
I
okay.
knew it was going to be one of those days
It's
today.
good.
I know this is me checking in on Aether. I'm like, are we on? Are we on?
What's my
Was
Yeah,
like
we-
2 seconds away from getting a text
Yeah.
when Andy chimed in.
I don't think that the sound is horribly echoey.
No,
It's not horrible, but it
No, it's
could
not
be
bad.
better.
well, I don't.
Well, it's a high
no.
ceiling.
Or we're going to have
Yeah.
a different camera angle and things will be.
The
Tweaked.
camera, we'll see.
I kind of like
This
the way
room
it
is
looks now.
basically like
Well, we have to.
filled to the brim.
Oh, I thought we had to have.
I
Can you
kinda
do
like-
lights? You guys need to be brighter.
We
We
need
have
to be brighter.
2 studio lights, but I don't have them at maximum because I know people.
Oh, I feel like I'm
Namely,
bright
that.
You
enough.
guys look pretty dark.
Andy,
my end.
you're kind of blurry.
I like that. My wife
Yeah.
goes, "Yeah, you're not bright enough." Yeah, thank you. Thank
You
you
could
so
be
much.
Where you
Brighter.
need lighting from left, right, and center.
Yeah, we have a key in to fill, but we don't have the third one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get a third one. It'll
Yeah.
all work
Maybe we
out.
could just put in.
Tom's
a ring
actually
light.
the one in most of the darkness.
Yeah, you're kind of in the dark.
All right.
I
Well, thank you.
might be able
again.
to adjust it quick.
No, we're going to adjust and see if Kristen likes it. Here we go. Andy's going to do an adjustment.
Like I said, we've got ring
It's a brand
lights.
new studio.
Yeah,
We-
there's ring lights.
One thing while he's
That's
doing
all
that, I
over
should
the
explain to everybody, we did this on purpose because it looks much more casual than everybody sitting at a desk like it's a news deal only and blah, blah. This is just people talking amongst themselves, which we kind of love.
Amongst yourselves.
Maybe
I mean,
move that
don't
one
you think
closer
so?
to the door, Andy.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh.
Oh, that's better for Tom.
Oh, that's
just-
better. For Tom.
Oh, wherever that just happened, he just brightened up.
Good now?
It's like the sun just hit him.
Is it good now?
What? Yeah, it's better. Whatever you did like 2 seconds ago, that was brighter on Tom.
I made the light lighter.
Yeah.
The white light.
Yeah.
It's not that bright, actually. It's
I'm gonna
fine.
need sunglasses.
Nano needs sunglasses.
I know. I have 3 lights on me, just so it's always just to give that like
We'll get
brightness.
it all worked out. Like I
Yeah.
said, we're trying to make it look as comfortable as we can.
Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
are sitting at home in their living rooms watching it on their TVs. We're sitting on a couch just like they are. We're doing the same thing they are. That's what we're trying to achieve. This is not some big news organization,
Right.
blah, blah, blah.
Certainly
These
not.
are just normal people
With a
with
dog on our
normal
lap.
opinions.
Yeah,
And,
I'll have to get some proper lights with some soft boxes.
we'll get it.
Yeah.
We'll get it covered.
I'll get there.
A work in
Kristen,
progress.
I'll get fired from your other job.
No, I'm not. I'm going to go and do some work, and I don't know. They're not looking for me, so my Slack has not been binging.
All right. Thanks very much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Kristen Burt brought to you by North American
Oh, geez, we're
Banking
huge.
Company.
We're huge.
Look at that.
Oh, there we are. So as far as the ads go, I can play everything but Sioux Falls.
Oh, we don't have Sioux
So
Falls?
how about I'll do Bradshaw, then we'll come back. Can you ad lib a Sioux Falls ad? Or you think that's not a good idea?
I don't think they'd want me to do that.
No ad libbing? I could.
There's probably an avail later on in the
potentially
week for
Did you
them
look in
that
your
I
car?
can just put it in there. I left it in here. I don't know where it went.
Why?
There wasn't anything here.
Falsehoods.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. It's not a big tragedy. He's got it covered. Everything's good.
I think it's a tragedy.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, well, we'll get over it.
Actually, I wonder if I could put it up on that
Jude's upset.
screen.
Look
Ooh,
at you.
I can.
teleprompter style.
Yeah, pretty much. I can try.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a second before I can give it a go.
Well, like I said, we set this thing up as totally casual, not we're at the news desk and we're bringing you the new. These are just normal people talking to normal people, and that's what I wanted to do with it. and well, everybody on the show wanted to do with it. It's just very comfortable. It's like we're sitting on the couch in your living room talking to you.
I feel
Well,
like we could
indeed.
raise the camera up a little bit.
You think so?
Raise
Yeah.
it up.
It's a lot of lap.
Yeah, it's a lot of this, which
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, we can. I
Well, we'll
think,
monkey
do
with
that.
it.
A lot of stuff to do.
All right, you two, you going to break?
I can read I have the script here. I just have no way to show it to you.
Yeah.
Is the
Why
problem.
can't Andy read it?
Sure, I guess I can.
Yeah, you can read
Does that matter?
it. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Why not? All right, so we'll be back. We'll do Bradshaw. I'll come back with Sioux Falls. Then we'll do NABC, and then we'll get Bob on. How's that
I
sound?
love it.
We.
How many
Okay.
breaks we got today? 3?
Well, we'll have the first. We'll have 3, and the second we'll have 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yay.
From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands free, but you can't have your phone in your hand for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
There it is. Sioux Falls on the screen. Let me just get the script up here. South Dakota is one of the most business-friendly states in the country, and there's no better place to settle down and take advantage of those incentives than in Sioux Falls. As the state's largest city with a metro population over 290,000, Sioux Falls has low business costs with a high quality of life. There's no state, corporate, or personal income tax, no inheritance tax, and no limits to what your business can achieve. South Dakota ranks among the top 10 states in the U.S. for tax friendliness, hardest working, healthcare and doctors, most popular to move to, and inbound state for movers. It's listed in the 50 best places to live for families. It's the fastest growing Midwest metro, and it is one of the best small cities for Gen Z workers. So how does South Dakota stack up against other states? We rank second in the nation for the lowest cost of doing business, the most business-friendly state, and the business tax climate. And as South Dakota's biggest city, Sioux Falls is at the center of these benefits. Visit www.siouxfallsdevelopment.com. And now I have to switch over to the next ad. There it is.
Let's take a second to talk about my bank, North American Banking Company. Look, there's no shortage of banking options in the Twin Cities. If you're tired of being just a number to your big national bank, be sure to talk to my friends at North American Banking Company. And I got to tell you, I talked to Bilski a couple of times this morning. One of my best friends, he hates when I say that, but it's true. He's a good guy. I shouldn't have probably said that, but what a good guy Mike is. Oh, they offer the same online and mobile banking options as other banks, but with the unparalleled service of a community bank. I also like being able to go to any of their 6 Twin Cities locations: Roseville, 50th in France, Hastings, Woodbury, Shoreview, and Maple Grove. So if you're looking for a better banking experience, why not bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Go to nabankco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
See how lucky we are. Got the chief engineer, Andy. We got all the spots in.
Everything's working more or less.
Kristen came up. We got Bob Sansevier on. Everything's working wonderfully.
I think it looks good. The color, the light's fine. The only thing you want to, I know you love getting suggestions from people.
Mhm.
Move the sign behind Andy, because you can't see most of it or the bottom of it at
It's
least.
literally just like sitting
Well,
wedged in the couch right now.
We were going to put it up there because it's got,
Or
You
move
gotta
it
hold
above, yeah.
It's right behind the sign. It looks very bad.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying to hide a bunch of cords.
We'll
Oh.
move it at some point.
Yeah, we'll
Put
get it
some decorative
I don't
pillows.
worry about it. And you'll also, Andy will take care of this too. You have a little bit of resonance, which happens when you have a room that you need more, foam
Yeah.
in.
It's
Yes.
arriving. It's probably actually arriving any second now,
And
but to my house.
we brought that one piece. Dad brought that one piece from our house, so you can put it up there.
Oh, good.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up there, there's a vaulted ceiling right up
There's all
there.
kinds of stuff we got to
How
do.
big
Yeah.
is the room? Is it tight, or is it because you don't know how spacious it is from what we're looking
kinda-
at?
It's pretty
tight.
tight.
It's pretty tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it's
fine. You don't need it to be more.
10 by 12 or something like that.
So do you
Yeah.
sit people on the when you have guests in there? Do you all crowd in on the couch?
Well,
Push together?
we're gonna end up changing the camera angle. We have hopefully you're getting a wider lens, right? Wider.
Well, so I used to have a monitor right here that it went from here to here,
Mhm.
and that's why the camera's where it is. I might actually be able to put the camera closer to the wall
I was
and
going to say, if
have
you put it back there, we'd be able to get
I might
a
be able to just
chair.
change the angle up.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Then you can just move that chair
Yes, we-
over next to the
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Then we're just never gonna have more than 4 people in here.
4 people plus me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's plenty of people in
Yeah,
one
there should be a
studio.
person sitting
Well-
over there, just not on.
4
Some-
people and a Jude.
And
Jude,
also
Where'd
Jude.
she go off your lap? Where'd she go? Oh, she's down on. Oh, there she is.
There's
Here,
Jude.
He's
he's
hiding.
here.
Yeah, that in that bottom right corner, that big monitor there, that's temporary. That'll go away too.
I know. I'll be able to bring my dogs to the podcast now.
Yeah, there'll be
Well, they'll
pod
get-
dogs once
and they'll
again.
get used to it once they come regularly.
Yeah.
Because the other place
Yeah, they
didn't
can run
bring
around.
it.
Run amok.
But overall, I mean, I like the idea of all of you being together, and obviously Andy will get it right. He can tighten up the shot too, so you're,
Well, I've still got hours left to put into the studio.
Hours.
Yeah, I'm amazed that we're even on today.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah, it was a lot of
We
work.
almost weren't.
It was a lot of work. There's no question about it. So, Bob, let me ask you a question. We're talking to Chris and
Yes,
Bert
sir.
about. Why is everybody so mean and angry right now in the world?
Tom, I dealt with that this weekend.
I bet you did.
I don't know. Did you hear anything about it?
No.
I don't. Okay. I'm supporting someone in the state Senate race out here, and I am not supporting the other guy because I think he's. I call him man-child Mike because he is a man-child. But I had a guy, somebody, and here's what I hate. I will go and I respect anyone who uses their real name. It's these people who use anonymity. I call them keyboard warrior cowards.
Yeah.
But it was like a long thing. He was trying to attack me and dismantle me and discredit me. I don't care. I mean, being around you and on the KQ morning show, plenty of, we'd face that almost every other week. I remember the guy that was running the station wanted to make me a sacrifice for one of them as a negotiating thing.
I remember.
And I mean, I dealt with a lot of vilification and I didn't want to do it, but I was told I had to write the true story of Kirby Puckett, and I did. You remember that whole story. So I faced a lot more than what this is. So they think they're hurting me. They're not. What I have learned is if you happen to be on social media, these community pages, stay off them, stay on your own Facebook page because you control the narrative. And I made it clear, anybody comes on my Facebook page anonymously, they're going to get deleted. If you say something and you are a real person, I'll leave it up. I don't care if it's critical of me because I'm not going to censor you, but I'm not letting when you think about it, the people that most often use anonymity are serial killers and keyboard warrior cowards. I don't know why, but they don't, they can say anything anonymously. And you've been victim of that too, because it's easy to do it when you're anonymous.
Yep. Oh, yeah. No
But
question.
that's the hatred I've been dealing with. And I don't welcome it, but I'll deal with it. And I am dealing with it.
Why is it that some people cannot tolerate another person being successful? Why do they have, not many people are like that, but there are some, and they
There's a
resent
lot.
the hell out of you because you did well.
Because they didn't,
Well,
because they failed.
it's
but
not
that-
my fault. I
No,
mean, why
it's not.
you
But
mad
this
at
is,
me?
I mean, it's not everyone's human nature, but it is a
No.
part of human nature for people to be
Jealous.
jealous and be vindictive.
Very common.
So
I mean, do you see me sitting around going, how come I didn't make $100 million a year like Howard Stern? No, he worked out a deal. I've had a wonderful life. Good for him.
He sold out.
He sold out. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. But I mean, I just don't understand. There are a lot of people a hell of a lot more successful than we are, but do we resent them? No. Good for you. We're happy for you.
but it's all, I mean, it's all on relative and its scale. I mean, in
Yeah,
your
I suppose.
issues with people in Minnesota, it's not nationally, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in there, I mean, the morning show you were on, and you did very successfully for 30 plus years. You're not going to have everyone loving it, and you didn't, because there's people looking to bring you down.
I
You know,
just
and it's
don't
going to be
get
in
it.
everything. So, but
Well,
it's part of, you know, it's human nature, and there are people who were vile and vindictive.
Well, and the moment that you accept the fact that social media brings out the worst and the best
Yeah, that's true.
of people,
That's
so
true.
easier you're going to have. I mean, you've been doing social media now for how many years? You go off of it because you get all upset about it. It's just like you just have to. There's
You know
just certain factors in the world that you have to accept and move on with
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I did enjoy coming back at these people, but the things you have to remember is, one, don't empower them by, you know, by falling into
right.
it. And the other thing is that what I say is, these people are bugs on the windshield of life. You just sort of just put on the windshield and wipe them away. And then, you know what I mean? Then you're done with them. You move on. I mean, there's one guy out there who thinks that somehow he's like ruined my weekend. There's a part of me that enjoys coming back at them because they're not bright. I mean, anyone who's not going to use their real name and go after someone is not very bright, because quite honestly, you can, if you want to dig, you can find out who they really are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And another sad situation, though, most likely, is that this guy that's fighting with you, Bob, this is probably the greatest thing that's ever happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
He can
Well,
run around.
and-
I'm telling
Yeah.
that Bob Sansevier what
Well,
to
you
do."
know what? There's two of them, and I would not be surprised if they're the same person, because, and that the same person, and it could be a third person, because they all write in the same tone.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? There's a style that people have for writing, and this writing is the same as another person who actually uses the real name. So, and I'm in a battle right now on X with a guy. Now, Tom, would you call? This is what the guy did. He called he has 92, because he's like a conservative blogger. So he's got like 90,000 or 90 something thousand followers. Called them all minion. My minions will come after people, you know, because people, not me, but other people are accusing him of being the guy who is the guy who's using the aliases. So, and I pointed out, I said, do you know what minions means?
Yeah, that's
It
not
means
very
you think
nice.
you're better than everyone else, and they should just follow you. And he's taking heat on this from his followers. But I mean, you don't call people minions. It just shows that you have no respect for them. So, but anyway, these are people that they. So it's, and I welcome it, because he's not going to hurt me. But I also am not going to continue engaging, because I realized he gets clicks. I don't get money for clicks. He does, and that's probably how he makes his living.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
going
alright.
to do that.
Yeah, and the more negative and more egregious you are, the more clicks you get.
Exactly.
Which is
And
how
I'm
it
not going to
works.
feed into making him money.
No.
So
Bob, one of the greatest moments of my life happened over the weekend, because I was reminded of something. And I can't, there's no reason to say who it was, but it was not a real member of the family, but on the edge of the member of the family.
yeah, peripherally.
Right? I didn't remember this. I know it was told me once before, but this person, right? I mean, he's a member of the family in a way. He's a member of the I Hate Tom Bernard page.
Oh dear, now we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we should look and see if that's still a thing.
Is he on there just to keep an eye on it and to protect you, or is he on it because he's a member of the?
Oh no, he does not like me. No, there's no doubt about it. You know why he doesn't like me?
I remember.
Why?
Because I don't have the same political beliefs that he does.
Okay, so
I remember confronting him. I'm like, so I saw that you were on the I Hate Tom Bernard page, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't know how that happened.
yeah, okay, you don't know.
Because you joined.
That's like, it reminds me of the remember the Little Rascals, the I Hate Women, or the Women Haters Club.
Women Haters Club, yeah.
He-Man Women Haters Club.
He-Man, that's a thank
Haters
you.
Club,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Little Rascals.
Yeah, I also
Women
saw
Haters
about
Club.
it.
My
Good
kids just
call.
watched it like probably 6 months ago.
You know,
and
okay, I know if you have to take a break, but I've referenced something about, because this guy that's the one that's running for the Senate thing, I said to some people that, and they don't know who Will Rogers is, which is sort of sad to me. Yeah. I said, he once said, I never met a man I didn't like. And I said, I paraphrased it. I never met a man I didn't like until I met this man child.
Well, good.
But I just think people should know who Will Rogers is.
Yes.
He was funny. He was vaudeville. He was actor. He was political commentator, and he did it all while twirling a rope because he was a cowboy.
One of the great things about that is
Yesteryear.
sitting thinking about that now. It's kind of nice in a way, and it probably took a few years to get there. But when that was brought up again this weekend, it didn't bother me a bit. It's like, what do I care? The guy, yes, he's an member of the extended family. I don't care if he likes me or not. Who cares?
Tom, you know what? And that's the way it has to be because, this hit me a long, long time ago. The term I use, don't embolden them. Don't give them power over you. And I don't give these people power. I just go back at them because I enjoy it. It's fun because I just don't think they're bright.
Yes, I understand that. Bob, you got like 10 more minutes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't we take a break here, Andy? Come back and we'll wrap it up with a schmooze with Bob for 10 more minutes.
Schmooze with Bob.
Schmooze with Bob.
I like it.
Do.
I hosted my show on the radio for 40 years. Now I host the Tom Bernard podcast. And I'll tell you, I've never seen the passion and engagement from our audience as I do now. I know we also have businesses that listen to our podcast, and it got me thinking, wouldn't it be great to help those businesses grow by telling my listeners about them? So here's the deal. If you own or handle marketing for a business, would like to have my audience buy your product or service, visit tombernardshow.com, keyword partner, and we'll put together an ad campaign to help your business. That's tombernardshow.com, keyword partner, and thank you for listening.
I'm talking with my friends Michael Bilski and Brad Huckle of North American Banking Company. Guys, business owners have had to deal with a lot over the last few years, haven't they?
They sure have, Tommy. We pride ourselves on being able to help our customers with the challenges they face.
Our business bankers are experts and are always ready to help our customers capitalize on opportunities and solve problems.
Loan decisions come quickly because they're made here in the Twin Cities and not shipped out of state like at some of the national banks in town.
This allows our customers to expand their businesses with confidence, knowing that they have our team of experts in their corner.
Okay, so now you give me this big thing at the end. Way to go.
Well, you are the professional.
Oh, I forgot. Look, I know Brad and Mike, and I trust them with my banking. They've personally delivered on everything they've just said. So why not bank with my banker? North American Banking Company, a better banking experience, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Me too.
We are back. Bob Sansevier with us, ladies and gentlemen. We are the first day in the very comfortable, instead of looking like we're at an office or we're at some, news desk or something.
Yeah, the whole faces and squares thing I never liked.
Yeah.
It looked very
Felt like the
it looked like
Brady
a
Bunch.
Zoom meeting.
It was a Zoom
I
meeting.
always wanted to do the Brady Bunch thing. Like
The
look
Brady
at
Bunch
everybody
deal?
while they're talking.
Not anymore. All right, Bob, we're going to try turning the overhead lights here on and see if it looks better or worse. You
Yeah,
tell
I'll
us.
tell you.
Let us know.
All right.
Bob will tell us.
Let
All
us
Right now, I think it looks like you go right to left. It's bright. Tom is a little bit.
Oh, look at that.
I don't mind that at all, but it made everything behind the three of you lighter, not the three of you,
It's like kind of yellowed.
which is fine. It is. I don't think it's a bad. Andy is much brighter now. I think you should keep it like that.
Yeah, that's
you.
true.
Yeah, that's
It is
good.
very yellow, but I could adjust the white balance
Yeah, it
to
is a
fix
little.
Yeah,
it.
there
Well,
you go. You
these
can
are
do
just
that.
yellow.
They are. We can
bulbs.
probably
They're super yellow.
We can
Well, yeah,
replace the bulbs.
I
They're-
like warm light.
I like
I mean,
it.
I would like to just sit in darkness here because I'm not exactly
I
what
love
you call a.
Mhm.
darkness.
Could
Is
also
my
have
favorite.
the curtains, couldn't we? And
I-
have natural light.
Yeah,
it would sound a lot worse having
Yeah.
glass
Oh,
doors
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Wonderful.
For me-
I love darkness. Anytime Dan's gone in the evening and comes home late, he always comes home and I don't have any lights on, and he turns them on and I hiss at him like a cat. 'Cause I'm just like, no.
My problem is I'm not the looker I once was.
Oh, here we go. I got to
The
tell people.
endlessly handsome
No.
Bob Sensitive.
Yes.
I will tell people one thing, and it's not a negative. It's just, it's nice of Minnesotans to warn other Minnesotans about this.
Oh, dear.
It is almost the middle of August, which means for the next 6 weeks, it's going to be fly season.
I know. I was just at the
God.
Carver County
Chomp,
Fair
chomp.
yesterday, and yeah, Melissa and I both got bit multiple times.
He's used to a horse barn.
Yeah,
That's true,
flies
but
do
everywhere.
not
Flies are a daily thing.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, honest to God, these flies would. We went to a really nice restaurant. No reason to say it's not their fault.
No.
But we sat outside on the veranda. My legs, I had shorts on. I was being attacked by flies the entire hour and a half we were there.
Melissa got bit so bad she started bleeding.
Oh, God.
Yeah, one of those giant flies that literally
Well,
takes
Supposed
a
to wear
chunk out
zebra
of you.
stripes.
Zebra stripes.
That's right. 'Cause they're
Flies
scared.
get confused by zebra stripes, so like
Yep.
flies don't bother zebras
It's like dazzle
because they
camo?
don't. Yeah, like they don't know how to land
You need
on
to
them.
bring, like,
Huh.
So you got to wear
we should
I like
start
it.
manufacturing
Yeah.
zebra striped
unitards.
towels or scarves or something so people can wrap them around.
Yeah.
Oh, we froze big time.
These are like
Oh,
kamikaze
okay.
flies because usually a fly, these horse flies, because flies don't usually bite the way mosquitoes do, but certain variants of them are brutal.
Yeah, horse
They're
flies
fun.
can take a chunk out of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
They
yeah.
just take a chunk and leave.
Yeah.
Man.
They're nasty.
I got
And-
bit by something at the zoo on Friday. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, it's bad.
Could have been an exhibit that got out.
it's true.
Yeah, maybe.
It's true.
I-
So what else
I gotta-
with that, Danny?
I wanted to mention thank you for the break because I asked Mary to get me a Diet Pepsi and she brought it's bigger than my head.
Well, you
One of
drank
these
most
things.
of it.
So I still haven't finished. It was enough. I had to use the rest. And then she had to write something down for me. So she grabs a magic marker and puts it in my coffee cup, which
Oh.
I'll be rinsing that thing out.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
not what
God,
it's
you're
meant for.
bleeding on you hand and foot and you're complaining.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yes,
You got me the wrong size soda, and I.
that's
need
right. She's just a bug on my windshield of life. Now,
Very
Did
like
any of
that.
you? Did you watch the Vikings game the other night, the preseason game?
I watched the first quarter of it. Why are there so many national people going after J.J. McCarthy?
I don't get it. I mean, I didn't have any expectations. I thought he looked fine. He can move, and that's a big part of a game.
Yeah.
Finally a quarterback who can get out of the way of a rush. If he
God,
needs
all these national people were going after him. Oh, is this J.J. McCarthy going to work out? I don't know if he is or not. I thought he was fine.
He was. I thought he had a good first drive. They didn't score the touchdown, but you know what? He did what I wanted to see him do, and he had Addison on the field, which, by the way, I think they're less worried about him getting hurt with 3 weeks off. So he'll probably be out there again. And I would put McCarthy out again for the first series of the next
I
game.
agree.
So I don't know why and the defense, though. Now, the defense, it is like in the preseason what you'd call like the vanilla defense, and they didn't have everybody out there. It did not look good, but it'll be better when the season starts.
Right. No, I agree with that.
The one thing that would make you nervous if you're a Vikings fan is if I'm a Vikings fan, I'd prefer they were home for the opener, not on the road Monday night in Chicago.
Yeah. Yep.
Because even though the weather's nice, there still could be wind. You don't know what's going to happen. And they've struggled with Ben Johnson's offense when he was with Detroit. Now this offense is not nearly as talented, but we'll see how it plays out. If you want to be a good team, you got to win that game and many others.
So, Bob, what's your take? You think the Vikings are going to be any good this year?
They won't be as good as last year in terms of the record, but I think they'll wind up making the postseason. I happen to like J.J. McCarthy, and I also like his backup, Sam Howell. His last year in Washington, he had almost 4,000 yards, but he had like 21 touchdowns and 21 interceptions. Those are 1970s numbers because back then quarterbacks had about as many touchdowns as interceptions, but it was a much more vicious game defensively where they could bump the receivers, maul them basically. So there were more interceptions. I think he's talented, and if O'Connell is the guru we're all told he is, he will make Howell into a really good quarterback who doesn't throw interceptions. So for Vikings fans who are bothered by him in some way, don't worry about it. If he has to step up and something happens to McCarthy, I think this offense will be absolutely fine.
Yeah. I think you're right. Now, I got to mention one other thing. There's a good sign yesterday. Throughout my whole life, it's been a sign, and it was a good one yesterday.
Yeah.
I watched my first Twins game in our new residence. We bought
And
a
they
house.
won.
We're moving in. They won in 11 innings, too. When they win the first game, it's a sign they're going to the World Series in the next couple of years.
I think they're talking World Series this year. Yeah.
Well, this year now, they're 5.5 back. I think it's going to be that's gonna be tough to go.
Well, I mean, I was surprised they won a game after dismantling the franchise and get rid of a third of the
They've
team.
won, what, 4 out of
40%.
6?
Oh, they're on fire. They're best team in baseball. Yeah, right. We're not going down that
I
road.
think they're not doing too badly after giving up 40% of their best guys.
Yeah. Well, it's there were some guys they could have expended, others maybe not, like the closer, but they did what they did and they got to live with it. And let's just keep hoping that the team sells.
Well, it's always a big thing to me when I move into a new house. That first game by the Twins, the Vikings, go down the list. If they win that first one, it's a good sign.
All right. Well, maybe Super Bowl and World Series same year. You never know.
What are you yapping about?
Every time I move into a new house,
You got to move bi-weekly.
yeah, every month.
I guess
Lately, you have been.
Yeah, we have to.
The past,
I know.
the past
Now-
3 years, you've just
We're not
been
doing it
moving
anymore.
constantly.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yep, this is
You're
it.
looking for the right place.
No.
Now let me ask you, because we have a family friend who bought a house. He bought it I think he closed on it 2 weeks ago. Hasn't slept in it yet because they're doing some painting and upgrading. But when I ever bought a new house or a new apartment, I slept on the floor the first night. I wanted to get in there and get settled. Do you move in immediately and sleep that first night? You own it?
No.
No, they're still not sleeping here.
Now this place had some super, super gross carpet and there's some stuff in this place that's like, holy
There
shit.
was. It's all gone now.
Well, I'm still working on some very heinous light fixtures
No,
and
that's
things
true.
like
Yeah,
that. But
that's true.
it's getting done.
Heinous.
The most important thing was getting the podcast studio ready. So I had to paint the floorboards and get new carpet in here and blah, blah, blah. So,
It was quite the adventure. And
Or you don't
Yeah.
have carpeting. You have floorboards.
Adventure.
well, not floorboard, the mop,
runner thing.
whatever the things are on the
Molding.
wall.
Yeah, the
Molding.
molding.
Floor
Right.
molding. Yeah. That was all like that 70s dark wood look.
Okay, I'm not going to ask for the exact address, but what town are you in now?
Hennepin.
You're giving me the county.
Yeah,
Give them the
county.
county.
Yeah, don't narrow it down. Good call.
No, we don't need to tell you.
You don't want people
you're-
walking up.
We're in
Forget
Hennepin
it.
County somewhere.
Exactly. No
All
question.
right.
But
I
no,
hear
it's
you.
worked out really, really well. And I think it's going to be a great place to live. No question about it.
How far are you from the studio? Are you close, or is it like within 20
It's
minutes?
really close.
Oh, good.
Yep. Very, very close.
It's in Hennepin, I hear.
It's in Hennepin County. That's exactly
It
right.
is in the state of Minnesota.
Oh, you're still in Minnesota. Good to know.
Well, for right now.
But I
Yes.
will tell you that one thing that I could close the show with today, our new house in the new neighborhood, they, by coincidence, about a weekend, had a gathering in neighborhood.
A national
neighborhood-
night out.
Yeah, national
gathering.
night out. Every person there was unbelievably nice.
Good.
Ran into a lot of former KQ listeners, so they all asked about you and this and that and the other thing. And
Is he really as big of an asshole as they say?
Yes, he is.
Happen. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, he is.
no, it's be really, really great. We're gonna love it. It's very quiet, very nice.
Yep.
It's kind of like being at the cabin. It's literally going to the cabin.
Literally.
You're not on a lake, are you?
Literally.
No,
No, we're not on the lake.
you're not going to narrow it down, Bob. He's like, where in the world is Carmen San Diego? He's trying to figure out.
No, we're
Now,
not.
there's one a lot of people wouldn't remember. Carmen San Diego.
Where
I
in
remember
the
it.
world is Carmen San Diego?
Yep, that was a big thing for
Sure
a long
was.
time.
What was that?
Still on?
No,
What?
you both of
Not even,
20 years.
not even like YouTube or whatever.
I'm sure you
Who
can
are
find it somewhere. You can
were
find
you? Were
everything.
both of you, Andy and Alex? Were you big? Because one of my kids was a huge Dora the Explorer fan. Is she even
Absolutely
still around?
We were too old
Yeah.
for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it incidentally because it's like Nick Jr.'s ending and it's time for,
No, that's like under 25, I'd say.
Yeah, like
that's probably
I
maybe even
baby-
under 30.
Yeah.
Well, let's
I
see.
babysat kids that watched Dora.
When did
Yeah.
Dora come
We
out?
were a little too old for it.
2000. So yeah, if you were born after like 1990, probably even younger than that, probably like 1995.
I was gonna say 95. I feel
Yeah.
like would be.
All my kids would have been in that wheelhouse then.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
all the songs and everything because it was just,
So repetitive.
it was there.
Yeah. It was on.
And
all
is it just reruns now? Or is it still on?
No, Dora got a makeover, and there
Or she's
was like
still
a little,
on.
there was
Yeah.
a little reboot. Yeah,
There was a movie about it too.
or not a reboot, but like a re. Brand.
Of course, there's a rebrand because there's no original thought anymore.
Yeah, there was Dora and the
Yes.
Lost City of Gold in 2019.
Yeah, there was a
and she
movie
was like
and then-
16 years old, so they aged her up, and she went to
Yeah.
the Amazon, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Like
very
Lara Croft.
kinda,
What's
yeah.
that?
It's like Lara Croft for tweens, I
Oh,
suppose.
yeah.
Tween.
Tween,
Fawn's a tween.
she is.
She is a tween.
All right. Any closing words?
Unfortunately,
I like the setting of this. It looks much more comfortable and relaxed, and we're just talking like friends talking. I like that.
Friends.
Instead of I'm at the big mic and I'm here to tell you we're going to take over this country. And
Is that what we did before?
No, I'm just saying. That's,
You know,
once in a while you can see people doing
You know,
that.
and if you get a little, if you don't, you're a little tired from being out the night before, you just lean over, put your head on the pillow Catherine's got on her lap, and you can talk
Yeah.
from
I
there.
was gonna say.
Yeah, that's
Noodle
true. I
nap.
can do
I'll get
that.
those
Be a little
glasses that have open eyes. I'll
Yeah,
just
there
sit here and be like, yes, I am paying attention.
All right,
Right.
that is going to do it, Bob. Thank you so much for being with us, and we'll be seeing you every week.
and also
You're darn tootin'. Oh,
Bob Sansevier is brought to you by
Brad Sean Bryant. Always
So,
seeking-
Brian,
so
Brad
forth.
John Bryant, very good.
Always seeking justice for the injured at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com.
It's
Boom.
going to be interesting.
Yep, there we go.
When
He's
Michael
the best.
Bryant comes to the studio to do the show, where's he going to sit?
He's going to sit right next to you.
Yeah,
On your
He's gonna
lap.
Look into your eyes.
No, you're not going to be
You should, you know what you should do? Pull
can't
it
make it
Sheldon
harder.
on him and pull a Sheldon and say, "You're in my spot. You're in my spot."
I feel
Yeah,
if
there
we
you
pull
go.
the camera back and deal
No,
with it, we can get
we
somebody
can
in a
work it out.
chair.
We can work
Yeah,
it out,
something.
but Bob, you did a great job. The first one from the new location,
Love it.
ladies and gentlemen, Bob Sansevier.
Thank you. See you later.
All right,
Bye-bye.
talk to you later. That'll do it. Any closing words?
I don't think
do you have
so.
any-
See, I just like this. It looks like we're just sitting at home because we are basically just sitting at home.
Yeah,
smoozing.
you are.
I like that.
So there you go. Yeah, I know. I think it's gonna be pretty good once I get some more sound paneling up and
Oh yeah.
clean up the. There's a bunch of boxes and cables. People who
There's
are
just crap
watching the
everywhere.
video can't see it all, but there's a box of cables over there. There's
Yeah.
2 boxes right over
Random
here.
cables. Yeah.
There's another box over there. Yeah, it's there's
Cable
just-
City.
yeah, crap everywhere. So
Yeah.
it's gonna just require a little bit more cleaning, a little bit more sound paneling, and maybe the
Um,
video should be tweaked. I don't know. I think the video looks fine now with these
Video
lights.
looks good.
We should just get some lights that are closer to temperature
Yeah,
of
Like
those.
not so
Yeah.
yellowy. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I have a ring light that's on a tripod.
I
You
don't-
can put right next to Dad.
I don't love ring lights.
Why not?
Ooh.
Well, also you don't really do 3 lights in front. Generally, what you do is you.
Kristen said 2 on the side, 1 on the front, and she's a Hollywood.
Well,
reporter.
that's the front one. That's the key light there. That's the
That's-
fill light. That's supposed to be like there, but there's no room there, so that's where I have it.
Can we mount it on the wall?
And then usually you'd have like a light back here called backlight. I also don't have room to do that.
We can mount stuff on the wall.
I suppose that's maybe maybe we should mount
less
that fill
crap
light
on the
over
floor,
there.
The better. Get it on the wall.
That's true. We have 3
So-
tripods sitting in here right now.
Yeah,
It's a lot
too
of
many
tripods.
And a
tripods.
very and people who are thinking like, this is like a studio. No, this is like a child's bedroom that we've converted into a studio.
It's wonderful.
So yeah, I've
It'll all work.
I've done what I can with what I got, and it worked out actually fairly well.
I think it
would
worked
say.
out really well. It's just
You just
people
have to deal with.
comfortably sitting around talking. That's instead of you've got to listen to every word I say.
You didn't like
'Cause
the
that's what we did.
Sterile
that's what
atmosphere
a lot
of
of
the
them are
old-
like that. A lot of podcasts are like that, where it's all news. It's hard news.
Well, a
and,
lot
yeah,
of
good
a
for
lot
them.
of podcasts have production teams.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
It's
you
true.
know,
I'm the
we're
production
just
team.
us.
Yeah, like I said, the talking heads thing did look very sterile and businesslike, and that's
Yeah.
not the atmosphere we're going for.
No, this is great.
People-
I love this.
People
Well-
liked well, do you remember in the second studio, so not at your house in Golden Valley, but the first Itasca studio?
Yeah.
I just had 2 cameras mounted like up on the walls,
Mhm.
Yeah.
one facing that way and one facing the other way,
Mhm.
and it looked very like, I don't know, ghetto, I guess you could say.
Get
I don't know if people are allowed to say that anymore.
I know
but
D.
that's what we used to say when we were kids. We
Yeah.
would have called it ghetto.
Mhm.
But people liked it because they liked it. Looked very informal and it matched the informal atmosphere.
There we
We
go.
are
That's what
informal.
I like.
We
about
are
this.
an
Just-
informal atmosphere.
We're not here to chirp at you and tell you what to do. We're just
I am, but
yeah, you guys are.
the rest of you
I,
guys.
it's just a bunch of people,
Have
We're going to have a
People-
few laughs. We're going to talk some serious stuff. It's not going to be the same thing every day.
People want to
Like a lot
know
I mean,
how we're going to fit a guest in here. So to the left of Alec, well, to your right, stage right, I guess. Wait, that would be
There's a
stage
chair.
left. So stage left, there's
stage
there's room for a chair.
Yeah.
Yep.
You couldn't see it right now at this angle. That's why I'm thinking of what we do is we get a latch for that door and just put the camera right by it in the corner by the
Mhm.
door,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
and then just latch the door closed so people can't just slam the door into the camera.
I like it.
So maybe we could do that today even.
All right, works for me. But yeah, I think it's going to be very comfortable. Look, we're going to still deliver some hard news and all the rest of it. We're going to have some laughs, but it's going to be all very, very natural instead of like studio produced. Because that's the one thing that's why I went to watch YouTube in the first place. As a matter of fact, because there are a lot of podcasts on YouTube.
What if I do this?
And I was watching, this, that, and the other thing, and that's how I ran across that story about Minnesota and all the rest of it. But everybody looks like really hard news, and I think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
To sit
Well,
around on a
they're
couch
trying-
like this and schmooze, I think is a much better way to do it.
Yeah, well, they're trying to look like they've got credibility.
I didn't.
Yeah, I suppose. Andy just cut me out of the picture completely.
Oh yeah, you just got cropped out. We don't want that. There's
Bye,
crop.
there's an option to display. So we're live on YouTube right now. Only like a few people are watching because I just did a private link in the chat.
Mhm.
They're actually giving us good feedback about how they think about the show.
Oh,
and
Well,
how
the
it
chat
looks.
people,
Yep,
they like us.
they sure
Yeah.
do. But there's
So-
a there's
And they're
an
usually very
option
helpful.
here
Yes.
that lets you. Oh, there we go.
What?
Moby.
Moby Pete
Oh, so we
said
can see
ha.
his-
Ah, there you go. Look at that.
What is that?
It's
That's
a
the
little.
chat.
It's a little comment.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Someone
that.
someone left that in the YouTube
From
chat room.
YouTube.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so
Hi,
if
Moby Pete.
you're in the chat
Oh,
room for the next 30 seconds before we end the show, get
we
your
could-
spam in right now.
Is there any way we can make it a little bigger?
Well, we're gonna have a 75-inch projector up there, so
Oh, that's
it'll be
true.
a lot bigger.
That's true. I forgot
It's a
about
little
that.
large.
Oh, there's
It's-
another comment.
Referring to moving, Tom.
3
Hi,
comments
Tom.
now.
Oh, you
my
guys
God.
should
Look at that.
definitely screw with Tom and say negative comments.
Oh, thanks.
Why do you
Everything
hate
he says a
Minnesota?
lie.
Why?
Who do you think you are
Tom, you
anyway?
liar.
Oh, is he
And I'm
hating
like, I'm not
KQ?
100% sure I want this because it might be a little
Hi, Jeff
distracting.
from
I don't
Woodbury.
think it is at all.
But I don't know. I
it's
think it
wonderful.
looks. Uh-oh.
Yes, hello.
Melissa should know better. Melissa, why aren't you
Melissa.
watching the show? Listening, whatever. I guess if you're not
There's,
listening, you can't hear me.
The
But still.
Hulk.
Yep.
That
All
is a laughing face emoji, I think.
Looks
Look
like
at
the
that.
Hulk.
Here, I can make
I
it big.
love all that stuff.
There you go.
You're not the
Oh,
popcorn king.
You're not the popcorn
You
king.
know what that
Margaret
is.
Yeah.
Bowen.
We're all having
Yeah.
fun now.
How's that at
It's
the-
not the popcorn king.
You're not Tom Bernard, the popcorn king. I will never
Such a
forget that.
disappointment.
I wanna
There
be
was
the
a guy
popcorn
named Tom Bernard, the popcorn king,
I
and they
know,
thought
such a
that was me.
disappointment.
I want to be a
Well,
popcorn
not me, but
queen.
never mind.
I love popcorn.
Anyway, I love the fact that you could pop that up on the screen like that, Andy. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm thinking the YouTube chat can be like, I'm not going to be on the YouTube chat typing. I'll be still in the normal chat room.
Bob had to poop.
But my thought was the YouTube chat can be for people who want to, like, they want to
probably
have
did.
stuff up on the stream so we can address it or
Now,
whatever.
can people who see us, can they see that too?
I believe so. If
Well,
anyone,
that's very cool.
whoever's watching the YouTube channel right now, can you see these comments popping up?
I was behind the guy who said that at the Minnesota State Fair last year.
Oh.
popcorn
there you
king.
go.
thing.
Yeah. you're
They
not
can.
the
You
popcorn
can see the comments.
Good.
Yeah.
You can see the
Oh.
comments. See, this is
Okay.
wonderful.
Nice.
Involvement of the audience. This is
Such
great.
technology.
I know. We're
Look at
upgrading.
this.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for today because it's almost noon. My God.
Yeah.
We got
Look at
stuff to do.
All right. So
Really
thank you.
should,
Yeah, do pop up. We love reading your comments. You can call in and be on the show too if you want.
I'll
Not
get you a.
Well, not
yet.
yet.
Not yet.
because the phone isn't even plugged in at the moment.
Yeah.
That's something.
they
we'll
can
get-
see it, but it's too small to read for me.
Well, that's Charlie. So
Put your readers on.
Yeah.
He talks about being old all the
Glasses,
time,
man.
so-
Put your
Charlie.
readers on.
I don't know if I can make it bigger. I'll look into it.
I just love it. I think, see, this is the communication. People just sitting around on a couch, talking, communicating. You can connect with us. I love this.
Get those Coke bottle glasses, Charlie.
It's going to be great. All right, that'll do it. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Every time I hear the singing reminds me how you talking